This is Mirabella's Kitchen, and today I'm making tuna casserole. If you'd like to cook with me, please check the description below for a list of the ingredients and a shout out to my patrons. This is one of my favorite comfort foods. It was taught to me using a lot of just the right amount of, at least that's how it was taught to the person who taught it to me. So I'm going to take a large saucepan, add enough water to boil 2 packages of noodles, turn it up over high heat on the stove. I am also going to take 4 cans of tuna. I like to use tuna in water. I drain the cans very well. I'm then going to add them all into a bowl and just break down any of the large pieces and just inspect the tuna. You know, sometimes bones are in there and you just got to keep an eye on things. It comes with the territory of using anything with bones. I take a medium-sized saucepan, heat it over medium heat, and add half a stick of salted butter until it melts. Once it is melted, I add 3 cups of whole milk. I'm trying to add enough milk that the butter is not so yellow when it combines with the milk, and that came out to about 3 cups. I then recommend turning it up over medium-high heat, adding about a half a teaspoon of coarse kosher salt, and another half a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. I whisk that together and let it come up to a boil, trying to keep a close eye on it. Once the water has started to boil for the noodles, I season with some coarse kosher salt. I then add in 2 packages of extra broad egg noodles, and I'm going to cook these until package directions. So for these, that is about 10 to 12 minutes. And I give it a nice stir to ensure that all the noodles have been covered with water and also nothing is clumping together. So my milk and butter mixture has started to boil, but it quickly boils over and I lose all control. I try to add some all-purpose flour to help stop the boiling once I turn the heat down, trying to mitigate it. Did not work. It just continued to boil over because with an electric stove, I feel like I have even less control over the heat than on a gas stove. So I took it off the heat for a little while to let it stop boiling over. And then I start adding in some flour. I like to use a sifter, give it a couple good pats, give it a stir with a whisk. The flour is going to thicken the sauce. I do this until I have a thick consistency. It took me approximately a half a cup of all-purpose flour, though I recommend you just eyeball it. This is very much you just kind of wing it dish and go off of how you're seeing everything as you're cooking. Once the timer is up for the egg noodles, I strain them over the sink. I add them back into the saucepan. I add in the milk, butter, salt, and pepper mixture. I add in the tuna. And I stir everything together until it is well combined. I add some more freshly ground black pepper and coarse kosher salt. I have found this dish, it's very easy to under-season with the salt and pepper, so I just keep adding it as I go. I add a few spoonfuls to a bowl. And I top with some coarse kosher salt and freshly ground black pepper. And that's tuna casserole. Thanks for joining me today. I make new videos on cooking every Thursday. Please support me on Patreon and on Facebook at Mirabella's Kitchen.